getting an entry level job is like getting the last chopper out of Nam. I'm serious. Like, it's extremely difficult. You have to work through so many job applications, so many interviews, so many auto rejections. You have to get past the AI automated interview slots just to get to for a real person to look at your interview, a real person to look at your application. Like, you have these things like HireVue, you have these things like uh, AI application detectors. You have to give your resume, and not only after you have to give your resume, you have to you have to type in a job application into their system the way they want, so that the information you give is in a comfortable format so AI can review. So there's so many steps that you have to take before an individual actually looks at your job application. It's true, the job apocalypse is here. Pretty much youth unemployment is at its highest level seen in a long time. Maybe seen ever since the statistics have come out. Youth unemployment is so high that they're changing the data in many countries to massage the data and make sure that the data doesn't look as bad as it actually is. It's a job apocalypse. And all of this is because elites think that they can survive without a labor market. They can survive without workers having bargaining rights. But they seem to forget, without a labor market, the economy is doomed. Who is going to buy your stuff if no one has any money? How are you going to make money if the only person you can make who will pay for your goods are rich people or people who don't need your company as much? Pretty much the economy is going to accrue to the people who have services, and they'll be charged, have goods and services, and have a job. No, not have a job, have a way to gain income without having a job. It's structured so that people who have assets, who don't need to work, will have the most bargaining power for resources. And that's impossible. There's no such thing as a labor market. The only times where this happened was in feudal times and in slave based Roman economies. It's impossible for a society to survive without a labor market as we know it. Democracy won't be able to survive. AI implementation is like a snake eating its own tail. It's impossible. It's just self destructive. You're destroying the very fabric of society that allows us to come together. Without a labor market, there is no there is no there is no economy. There is no goods and services being produced. There is no technical progress. We might as well go back to a slave based economy if we have automation taking away the jobs of everyone, and we have automation undoing the progress we've made that allows us to be able to work. And this is like similar to this is impossible because the K-shaped recovery, where the rich recover and go beyond and soar, and the poor get nothing and starve, is impossible. And the people say the solution to this is UBI, but even UBI won't solve this issue. Government neat bucks is a band-aid solution to a deeper problem. People need to become self-reliant, independent, and building their own systems using these tools instead of relying on handouts. But I don't see people becoming more self reliant in this society. People prefer comfortable slavery to essential freedom. They prefer they prefer slavery and comfort versus freedom and uncertainty. This K-shaped recovery is a crisis. It's an absolute crisis, and there's no solution to this except making people more self-reliant. And you don't make people more self-reliant by giving government handouts to people, and you don't make people more self-reliant by taxing the rich more. But at the same time, if people feel like if people feel like they have no solution, they feel like they have no future, they're more likely to engage in revolution, distress, and disorder because they have no sense of control over their lives. But people say the solution to this is neat bucks, but it's impossible. Like, there's no way it's going to work. People have to have a way to survive independent of the system, or have a way to survive in the system by the fruit of their own labor. People need to have their own resources and be able to live on those resources without this impossible situation we're in. There is no easy solution, but there are ways we can progress, and there are ways we can figure out to alleviate the situation, make it less bad. And part of it is making people more independent, giving them the tools to succeed, not making it not putting tolls in front of people and taxing people and making people feel like they have no agency. This is a supply side issue. The labor market, the job market is decreasing. So people need to create new jobs. And there is no easy way to do this. But in order to succeed in this world, people need to take their lives into their own hands. And I don't mean it in this uh, follow your dreams way. I mean this in a practical way. The age of AI is upon us, and the job apocalypse exists for white collar work, for blue collar work that can be easily automated, and for less experienced low level work. Humans need to move up the value chain, and it takes a more intelligent, stronger human race in order to survive. That's all I have to say for this. And uh, if this looks bleak, it's because it is. And I see no solution. I feel like the most likely scenario is revolution and a communist takeover or something like that, which will just set us back, and technical progress will freeze due to this AI revolution. Uh, Pretty much, I agree with Peter Thiel on this issue that progress will be stopped by an individual who tries to take the reins of power over a crisis. So, you know, my personal leanings is very pro capitalist, pro business. It's not because I don't have a heart or don't believe that people should be taken care of. It's because I know the problems that come from dependency. Dependency is cancer. So that's pretty much my ramble of the day. Let me know what you think in the comments.